video. What we're going to be doing today is covering all of the things that happened at the Game Awards. For those that didn't know, the Game Awards was live last night around 8 o'clock. Went on till like 11. Um, all in all, super fun. Honestly, probably one of the best award shows that we've had in quite a while. It is actually the 10th anniversary of this show, which I did not realize that it has been going on that long. But of course, that's like, for people that don't know what the Game Awards is, it's basically the thing that happens at the end of the year when all the main games that have released, they end up getting nominated for these awards. That includes like Game of the Year and, best ongoing game, best music score, all that. Basically the Oscars for the Game Awards for video games. But and they also get some video game announcements too that are quite a bit of them actually. Which this year they did a pretty good job because they've showed off quite a bit. I was gonna do a video where I was actually reacting to it live because I've done that before. Instead, though, I decided it may just be a little easier if I actually just like do a little summary of all the games and all the awards, kind of go through them really quick. I don't know if it'll be really quick, but we'll just for people that missed it last night. So yeah. First things first, I'm gonna show off all the stuff that got announced, the games. Then I'll show the actual winners. Of course, the main one most people care about is Game of the Year, which they might actually show that on here too, because this is both on IGN for people that, of course, that is the site I'm using for this for people that want to know. First things first, we got Naughty Dog making a game. It heads to space with Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. The thing about this Game Awards was there's a lot of cool games being shown. There was also a lot of anime stuff, which, in my opinion, I'm not a big anime guy. For people who have watched my channel, you already know that. But I believe that is what this is about. It shows all the trailers, I believe, that were played. I actually don't even remember this at all. So, yeah. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. Yeah. Oh, wait. Actually, yes, I do. It's not an anime. No, I was looking at the wrong thing. This is Intergalactic. Yeah, this was the last thing being shown, I believe. Yeah, and it looked like this girl was in, like, space, and she had, like, this space Porsche. We didn't really get to see much. It was just, like, a cinematic. But, yeah, I don't even know if they announced when this was releasing. But that's Naughty Dog's best next game. Sorry, I thought it was an anime. It is not an anime. Definitely not. Also, Okami 2 got a trailer. This was one of the final reveals too, I guess. This was a Capcom game. For people that played Okami, again, I've never really played anything with like anime, so people that want to play that, go check that out. Now, one of the big games that got shown off that I had no idea was happening, and the fact they revealed it in the Game Awards is actually kind of crazy. We ended up getting Witcher 4 cinematic trailer, a pretty big one, honestly. And yeah, it was like a 6-minute trailer. Ciri, which is the protagonist apparently, which is like, I remember she was in the other games, but yeah, obviously the Geralt of Rivia was like the main guy. But she is now taking the center stage. Apparently, it's a planned trilogy. So we're going to be getting Witcher 5 and Witcher 6, too. So not just Witcher 4, which is kind of crazy. We don't know when it's going to be happening. Custom build from Unreal Engine 5. It's going to be a single-player game, from what we know. But definitely go check out this trailer. I did not realize it's been over 9 years since Witcher 3, which is kind of crazy, which of course, that was like when the Game Awards first started, and Witcher 3 actually won Game of the Year that year. So, it's going to be a big one. As I've heard very good things. I need to actually check out Witcher 3, because believe it or not, I've never actually played it. The fact that it's been out 9 years is kind of crazy. It's going to be 10 years very soon, because, we're going into 25. Yeah, pretty big one. Also, for you Elden Ring fans, I know there's a lot of them. Already, we just had that Elden Ring expansion. I forget what it's called. I'm sorry. I know. It actually was nominated for Game of the Year. It did not win, obviously, but they're already cooking up something else. It is going to be a standalone co-op spin-off called Elden Ring Night Reign. So it's set in a world parallel to Elden Ring. And yeah, I guess you actually have co-op that you can do, which they've never done. You can explore a condensed map of Elden Ring's Limgrave area, which will be infested with random enemies and structures at the start of each session, which is kind of crazy. It's supposed to be happening in 2025. We don't know the exact release date, but pretty much releasing on everything that we know of. Um, yeah, should be interesting for you Elden Ring fans. I probably won't be playing it because those aren't really my type of games, but I know a lot of people that like those. Um, Fumito's next game, codenamed Project Robot, officially revealed. I don't remember this one. I really don't. I think I think this is the one where this guy was like climbing a mountain, and then yeah, he goes inside this like robot, a person climbing a humanoid mech as a distorted voice counting down the time until a shockwave hit. Yeah, not much is known about this one. It's literally untitled, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about that one much because I don't know. Of course, there we go. There's the game of the year. We'll talk more about that after. Um, First ever Game Changers Award goes to Emir Satvat for work and helping laid off game devs find work. Yeah, that was when they were basically talking about this guy getting an award because he was helping with game developers and all that. There was a thing about that for people that are interested in that. He was helping with people um, behind the studio. Another big game that got revealed, another big franchise, Mafia: The Old Country, is going to be happening in summer 2025. From what I'm seeing, 2025 is going to be an absolutely stacked year with games. We're not even done yet. Um, Again, I don't know if Witcher 4 is coming out in 25. Seriously doubt it. I don't think it's coming out anytime soon. But yeah, this is supposed to be a I thought it was a prequel to the Mafia series, but now it might actually. It says a linear narrative driven sequel. But of course, for people that haven't heard of them, there's a whole trilogy of Mafia games. They all have a different setting and character. They literally, I think, came out with a definitive edition for all three games not too long ago. I think they're all on sale right now if you want to go check them out. Um, but yeah, for people that like those types of games, they're not like quite like GTA, I don't think, but I mean they're still pretty cool because I know GTA some of them have like the mafia involved, but yeah, this is like a whole game about that. Um, so for people that are mafia fans, I'm sure you're all definitely hyped for that. Um, Dispatch, that is another game that was revealed at the Game Awards. Um, oh, this is the one with Aaron Paul, right? Yeah, this is supposed to be like a Telltale type game. Okay, yeah, and that's actually got Aaron Paul, Laura Bailey, apparently some YouTubers too, like Jacksepticeye, Moist Critical. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Aaron Paul was the big name there because they showed him in announcing it. Um, yeah, for people that I know it's not really a Telltale game anymore because Telltale games is technically not a thing anymore. But for people that are into those types of games, that's kind of the main. This is the only actual game that's like that on the Game Awards. So, yeah. Split Fiction. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. So this one is supposed to be a multiplayer game. It's supposed to be the same developers, of course, that did like It Takes Two, which of course again won Game of the Year back in 2021. This is another one of those. It actually looked really interesting. Um, they're like stuck inside of like a simulation, yeah, and each level from what it showed, like you're in all these different types of areas, yeah, like different fantasy worlds, and you had like these dragons on the back that you can use, like they can like fly, like you can like travel from one area to another. You can use them to fly, and they actually grow up and they get really big, and you can actually fly them yourselves, which looked really sick. That is actually releasing in March, so you don't have to actually wait that long. I kind of want to check it out. I've never really played any of those types of games. I've heard It Takes Two is really fun. A Way Out's another one of those games I think made by the same developer. All of those games have been really fun, so that one's definitely exciting to see. Um, Capcom's also bringing back Onimusha. I think that's how you say that. That's happening in 2026. Um, it doesn't look like too much what the game actually was showing because there's not a trailer there. But for people that are fans of that, another big game that coming out next year is going to be the Outer Worlds 2. I had a feeling it was going to be some big game because when the trailer first started, it was saying Obsidian Entertainment, which it was literally showing all the games that have happened with Obsidian. Which, if you know, Obsidian's made a lot of big games, like of course, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Fallout New Vegas, and then of course Outer Worlds. They've made a lot of good games. Um, I've heard really good things. I've seen some good things about Outer Worlds. So it's really exciting to see Outer Worlds 2. I'm really hyped about that. We're going to be having it in PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC sometime in 2025. So we'll definitely be looking out for that next year. Pretty exciting. Last of Us 2, Part 2, is releasing on PC. I believe it's the remastered version of it because, you know, why we needed a remastered version of this game, I don't know, but you can actually play these on PC. Even though they were PlayStation exclusives, you can play them on PC, which has always been kind of crazy because we've also had that for like God of War, Horizon, Spider-Man's also on there. I don't have that on that list, but yeah. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is also coming to PC. I don't even remember which one Rebirth is because they have like all these different Final Fantasy VII games. It's like honestly insane. That's coming on January 23rd. Oh yeah, Last of Us 2 is happening on April 3rd. I forgot to say that. We're also having a Final Fantasy character, Clive Rosfield, joining Tekken 8, which I thought Tekken 8 was a game that was coming out because I thought there was a trailer for that, but maybe that's the trailer because they were showing. Yeah, because I was wondering about that because he looked like a Final Fantasy character, but it was a different game. So that explains that. We also, which we already knew this was happening, Gearbox, of course, was like announcing that they were going to do some for Borderlands, like the last couple months. But now we got to see the first trailer for Borderlands 4. It has been a while. Again, a lot of games that have, like I said, have had a trailer in the Game Awards. They had a lot of games that just have not had videos, or games in the franchise for years, and Borderlands 4 is one of those. Pretty cool to see. We got to see Claptrap. Crazy battle at the beginning. Lots of different playable characters. Not a very long trailer, but it's pretty interesting. So, Borderlands fans, yeah, go check that out. It kind of makes me want to go play the Borderlands franchise, really, because I haven't really seen much of that. It's definitely more anticipated this than the movie, that's for sure, for what I'm seeing. Virtua Fighter, that's another game that another big name that's happening. Apparently, they haven't had a mainline entry since 2006. 18 years, literally the year I was born. That was Virtua Fighter 6. We did have a lot of fighter games too shown, which was pretty cool. You either love fighter games or you don't, but pretty cool that we have another big franchise game coming back. That's from Fighters. Yakuza Like a Dragon studio announces Project Century. It's a new action game that's set in 1915, which is like Yakuza, but apparently a bit gorier and seems to include some sort of alt history angle. Yeah, I think I remember seeing something about that. We also have a Sonic game happening. We weren't really sure what this was going to be, I remember, because they were showing the car, but they was saying it was a big gaming franchise, but I guess Sonic made sense. Sonic's got quite a bit of racing games. Sonic's got a lot of different games, to be honest with you, for the last, 30 years. Sonic's literally getting a movie, in the next, week or so, if it isn't out already, the third movie. Yeah, some pretty exciting stuff. Not very much shown, but yeah, it's coming to pretty much everything. Turok? Oh yeah, Turok Origins. Turok returning as co-op dinosaur hunting action game and ditching first person. I don't really know much about Turok. I've heard of it. I don't remember the last time they had a game of that. I take it this is the second one, but maybe it's a prequel because it's called Origins. I don't really. Apparently, it's a third-person game instead. And you can have up to 3 friends playing. So yeah, I don't know much about that one. Ninja Gaiden returns a side-scroller called Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. That's returning in summer 2025. Another fighter game. Thick of Thieves. This was a first look. This one looked interesting because it gave me kind of like Sea of Thieves vibes, the way the graphics were. I don't know if it's the same developers or not. Conveniently, it has thieves in the thing, but obviously, it's very the name speaks for it. You're basically a thief, and you gotta like um, get away from these guards and traps and all that. The trailer I thought was longer than this, but it looked pretty fun. I don't know if they have a release date for it. Supposedly 2026 from what I saw, but I don't know. So it's not anytime soon. Some of the games actually got shown for 26, which I never understood why they show that. I mean, I know it's like the end of 24, but it's still a whole nother year after, even if we do. Slay the Spire 2 got an official trailer. It's supposed to be early access sometime in 2025. So, yeah, people that like Slay the Spire 1, there we go. Secret level Pac-Man episode is getting turned. For the secret. Oh, I didn't realize this was for secret level. I remember seeing this because there was like a really dark version of Pac-Man. And yeah, that is actually a show that just came out in Prime, I believe, like just a couple days ago. Um, so is this supposed to be? This was showing a teaser of this episode of Pac-Man, but I guess it actually is turning into a game. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, Labyrinth. I don't think I'm saying that right. 2025. Yeah, Pac-Man. Pac-Man's changed a little bit. Let's just say that if you watch that trailer. The next game from the developer Sifu is an online multiplayer soccer game. Really, I did not realize that was the same developer. I remember seeing that rematch. Yeah, online multiplayer soccer game. Again, I mean it's soccer. I mean, not like people can't like soccer, but it's not like there's really not much. I mean, there's plenty of soccer games to play, including FIFA. Um, but yeah, summer 2025. There's a beta coming out in spring. Not much to say about it. A game that's already out, Pal World, is getting an expansion. That's kind of about time they've updated this game. I don't think there's been a whole lot of updates. Called Faybreak. It's going to be released on the 23rd, so very soon. Um, I still haven't played this game yet. A lot of people compared it to like Pokemon, I think, and it was a pretty big game when it first came out. Like I think back in April or whatever. So I'm sure that will be getting a lot of people coming back to it if it hasn't like had a whole lot of people still. Dave the Diver in the Jungle, a new expansion. I don't really know much about this game, so I can't really say much about that. And I believe that is it. I feel like I don't think we missed anything. I'm trying to remember if they didn't show everything. This is IGN, this. I mean, even though IGN's not great with the reviews, they usually have about everything shown. Of course, we also do have the winners. I don't know how long this video is going already, but we will show all of these. I guess it actually goes to the beginning. Um, I'll try to go through this pretty quick. Of course, though, this one's probably the most controversial one. We'll get it out of the way. The game of the year, for people that did not know, it went to, of course, Astrobot, which, for people that don't know, is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, based off of the character from Astro's Playroom, which I think you get that for free if you get PS5. But this is like a standalone game, like a sequel to that. I don't know much about it because, one, I don't play PlayStation. I'm an Xbox guy. I've never really seen anything about it. From what I've seen, surprisingly, it's very controversial. A lot of people like it, apparently. Like, there's actually some people like not mad about the fact that they had this win. But there's also a lot of people that I know, in fact, that really were not happy. Mainly because a lot of people that, from what I've seen, wanted this game right here, Black Myth Wukong, to win. Which I don't even remember how many awards it actually won. I think I won a couple, but surprisingly, did not win. A lot of people wanted to. But granted, for someone that's never played either one of these games, because I've been waiting for Black Myth Wukong to come out on Xbox, because it's supposed to be coming out on Xbox. Right now, it's just like PlayStation and PC. I have not played either one, so I can't really say much. It is a bit surprising for what I've seen, though, because I've heard a lot of people like this game a lot. But from what I've seen, too, now, just recently, apparently a lot of people liked Astrobot. Um, we had a lot of different nominees. We also had Elden Ring, Shadow of the Elder Tree, which Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Balatro, which had a lot of awards. Honestly, a lot of these had other awards winning, which we can show here. Best game direction also went to Astrobot. Yeah, again, considering it won Game of the Year, I guess this wouldn't be a surprise that it would win Best Game Direction. Best narrative, Metaphor. This game, I believe, just came out a couple months ago. I don't really know much about it. But then I guess it had a good story, I guess, because that's like what narrative is. Best art direction also went to Metaphor. What they were showing with that game, it did look like the art was pretty cool. So yeah. Best score in music ended up going to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't even remember which one Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, because again, there's like 3 different parts to it. Best audio design, Xenogears Saga Hellblade 2. I've heard things about Hellblade. I know the first one's been out for a while. Best performance was also by Senua's Saga. I'm guessing this is the main character. I think that's how best performance is, because I forgot they had one of this. Luckily, I didn't go to Star Wars Outlaws, because even a Star Wars fan like me knows that game did not do well. Innovation and accessibility went to Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Games for Impact, Neva winner. Was of course the one I won. I don't know why I said winner, because it just puts that there for all the ones that won. Best ongoing game. This one was a bit surprising. Maybe it's just me being the way I am. I really wanted Fortnite to win, considering Fortnite honestly had a pretty crazy year this year with all of their stuff that's happened with their OG mode, and they also had that Marvel season. Granted, they had the one bad season with the cars, but they've had a lot of stuff happening just recently. But Helldivers 2 did have a pretty good run at the beginning of this year. I saw a lot of clips about it. A lot of people playing it, so I guess it gets best ongoing game. I can't. Whatever. I can't hate. I guess it already happened, so that's the choice they made. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3, which also won the Game of the Year last year. So I didn't even realize it could still get awards now. That's kind of interesting, really. Best independent game, like I said, Balatro. We actually have a lot of Balatro wins here. Kind of surprising that this ended up winning Game of the Year, considering all the awards it won. But yeah, best independent game. Also won best debut indie game, which of course is which I don't understand it, because indie's like independent. And I guess just since this is the first of the games, that's why it debuted. It's also a mobile game, so it ended up getting best mobile game as well. Best VR AR game ended up going to Arkham Shadow, which is really cool to see. I actually haven't even seen everything for Arkham Shadow yet, which is kind of crazy considering I'm an Arkham guy. I pretty much know what happens, but it's cool to see the Arkham series getting some recognition. Really awesome. I like that they have that game. Roger Craig Smith making his return as Batman. Best action game, Black Myth Wukong ended up winning. The only one I've seen so far. I don't remember if there was any other ones, but yeah, best action game ended up getting. Kind of makes sense. I didn't think Black Ops 6 would end up getting that, or really any of these other ones. Best action adventure game, once again, went to Astrobot. Really did end up winning a lot of awards, surprisingly. Best RPG ended up going to Metaphor. Best fighting game went to Tekken. Kind of makes sense. I don't really know a whole lot about these. I didn't think I forgot Multiverse was even a nomination. Best family game, Astrobot. I'm going to have to count and see how much Astrobot actually won after this. It seems like a lot. Best sim strategy game, Frostpunk 2, 11-Bit Studios. Best sports racing game, EA Sports FC 25. Yeah, kind of made sense. I didn't really know which one was going to end up getting this. Best multiplayer game, Helldivers 2. I think that's the second one. Best adaptation. This was another one that was a bit controversial, considering that Arcane just ended up getting its second season, and I've heard very good things about that show. It is on Netflix for people that haven't watched it. I heard good things about the first season. Second season seemed it's not a very happy show from what I've heard, but it was really good. But Fallout, to me, actually made sense that it won, because we ended up getting, of course, a live adaptation of Fallout on Prime. I still have not watched it yet, but I've heard some very good things. It kind of makes me actually want to check it out again. It makes me even want to play more of the game again, because I never ended up finishing Fallout 4. But it makes sense. I've heard that they did a very good job. I mean, they're definitely working on season 2 from what I've heard. But yeah, it makes sense. I forgot they actually made a Like a Dragon live action thing as well. Like that was completely overlooked, on my opinion. Most anticipated game, without a doubt, was GTA 6. I mean, out of all these games, I mean, did you really think that GTA 6 wasn't? I mean, once again, this game's coming out 2025. This is one of the things that I'm surprised we didn't get a trailer for, because, like, GTA 6 was literally, like, you know, a pretty big one, obviously, because it's most anticipated. Like, you would have thought they would have gave us something, considering it's happening in 2025. It's supposed to be fall. Obviously, we're going to be getting something soon, but I just wish it was now. Content Creator of the Year, I forgot that was a thing on the Game Awards, but Queso ended up winning. I obviously, again, that was pretty obvious. He ended up winning Gamer of the Year just at the Stream Awards last week. Typical Gamer was a nomination too, which is pretty cool. Best esports game, League of Legends. That one isn't really much of a surprise. Um, I was wondering maybe if Valorant was going to get it, or like Counter Strike, but yeah, League of Legends makes a lot of sense. Best esports athlete, Faker. Best esports team, T1, which is a League of Legends league. Um, and yeah, that's it. There we go. That is like all the nominations. It's kind of funny because like the Game Awards like goes on for like 3 to 4 hours, and yeah, they obviously drag out these awards a lot because they're also showing a lot of trailers. It's kind of funny that there's actually not as much awards as what it seems. But yeah, I believe Astrobot, out of all of them, ended up getting the most awards. I mean, yeah, one, two, um, we're gonna go up a little more. 3, 4, ended up winning 4 awards with Astrobot, and then Metaphor ended up winning 1, 2, um, 1, 2 for Balatro, 3, uh, 3. I don't know. Let's see. I think they ended up both winning 3 awards, Balatro and so yeah, Astrobot did end up winning the most. Anyways, that is everything. This video probably went on a little longer than it should have, but for Bill, so that enjoyed the Game Awards. Let me know what you guys think was the best award, what was the most deserved, what was the worst one out of all of these. Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.